Okay, so time to turn our attention to Chesterfield Ladies Football Club in the East Midlands Women's Premier Division, and I'm delighted to say that I'm joined by Blue skipper Millie Standen. Millie, first of all, how are you today? You okay?
Yeah, really good. Thanks yourself.
Yeah, very good, very good. I'm still buzzing from your wonder goal against Mansfield last Sunday, so I can't imagine how much you're still buzzing from that. Just first
Yeah,
of all, just for anyone that wasn't aware, so Chesterfield Ladies beat local rivals Mansfield Town Ladies 1-0 away from home in the league last Sunday, and you were the player to get the only goal of the game, and what a goal it was! How much do you remember of it? Is it a bit of a blur, or do you remember it to perfection?
I'd say it was probably a bit of a blur until about an hour ago when I had a look. The video footage came back, so I had a quick look at it, and um, once you watch it back, it obviously reminds you of probably it's better than how it is when you actually do it in the moment. You just really run away in celebrations, especially when it's against like your rivals. So watching it back, yeah, it's definitely nice to see. I've probably not struck a ball as well as that ever in my life. So doing it against your rivals as well, it just makes it a little bit sweeter.
Yeah, I remember because I was there at the game for media coverage for the club, and I remember just thinking, no, you've got yourself into a little pocket of space. You could go for it. Why not? Because it was about 30 seconds before the half-time
Yeah,
whistle was. It was virtually the last kick of the first half. But you could go for it here, and then when you
yeah,
did, I was like, "That's going
yeah.
in. That's actually going in." I couldn't believe it. So, is that one of the? Do you think that's one of the best goals you've ever scored in your career?
Probably, yeah. It's definitely got to be up there. I think just with who it's against, and obviously coming at the time it did. I didn't know how close it was to half time, but obviously whenever you score that close to half time, you just go in with I don't know, you just go in with a bit more confidence. Obviously, you don't want to go in 1-0 down. So going in 1-0 up, it definitely put us in a better position. But yeah, like I said, doing it against your rivals and just scoring in the manner that it was just, yeah, it was just a really good moment.
Yeah, what did you make of the whole game itself then? Because it was I think everyone that I spoke to said it was very hard fought, and it really was. It was a battle, there
Yeah,
weren't much in it at all. But you managed to get the job done. It was quite an impressive performance, though, especially I thought defensively, especially with set pieces as well. I thought the team has really improved in that area.
oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, especially with set pieces this season, I think we've definitely got stronger. I never really thought that there was a threat. I always felt confident that we'd be able to, defend any balls into our area. But as a performance as a whole, like I feel it was a bit different to other games this season. Obviously, we've been quite used to having most of the possession, being the team on the front foot. But I think particularly in the second half, we were really resilient with our defending. Mansfield had a lot of possession, a lot of the ball, and I think we were really resolute. We were hard to break down. They didn't really create a lot of chances in the second half, from what I remember. They definitely did in the first half, but I'd say we were resolute in our defending, and I don't really think we gave them a clear cut opportunity, which is something that I think we've been improving on in recent weeks, and I think that showed on Sunday.
Yeah, and I guess does this win over Mansfield, does that show sort of like areas that the team has improved on since last season? Because I know you play obviously Mansfield have been in this league for a while, and you played them twice in the league last season. That was a 0-0 draw and a 2-2 draw. But
Yeah,
you managed to get the win over them this time. Because I know there's been a lot of changes with the team in the past few months, but do you think that shows
yeah.
ways in which the team has really improved from say like 12 months ago?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we're still playing, we're still getting to grips with the way we're playing this year. It's a different style of play, and we've been really successful in the way we've played attacking wise. At times, we've maybe not defended or, I don't know, been as resolute in the way we've set up like we were at the weekend. And I think we've really improved on that as a team. And obviously, last season when we played against Mansfield, we know they're physical, we know they're good from set pieces. They have a lot of threats, and we knew that coming into this weekend. And last season maybe we didn't deal with that as well as we could have. But this season, I know on Sunday that I felt comfortable and confident that we were going to get it out every time it came into the box. So it was really good to see, because obviously that was something that we definitely needed to work on as a team.
And just about yourself, Millie, because I think you've already scored more goals this season than what you did last season. You're having a fantastic campaign. I think you've now scored 15 in all competitions. How pleased have you been with your own season? Has Serena Wiegman picked up the phone yet and called you?
No. Obviously, it's nice to score goals, but it's for me, it's more about just enjoying my football. I think the way we're playing this season, the style of play suits me as a footballer, and I think the link play that we've got going forward, from defence into the midfield, and then midfield linking with the forwards is definitely like improved, and I think everyone's just enjoying the style of football we're playing. We're creating loads of chances, and obviously I'm reaping the reward of that at the moment, where I'm scoring quite a lot of goals. But that could be anyone in this team, because we get ourselves in those positions.
Yeah, fantastic. And so just in terms of the season, just for any listeners that might not be fully aware of how Chesterfield Ladies are getting on this season. So you're fifth in the table. It might not sound fantastic at first glance, but you've got about 1 million games in hand on some teams. It's pretty crazy,
Yeah,
because you've had a lot of postponed games because of the poor weather, and you've actually had a lot of games that have been delayed because you've had really good cup runs as well. So you're also in the County Cup final for the second year running. We've got a
yeah.
League Plate semi-final. That should be a really good game. That's against Rotherham, so another local game there. How impressed have you been with the team this season? Because again, I know there's been a lot of changes recently, but
Yeah.
there's still, there's a lot of potential for this to be a great season by the end of it.
Oh yeah, 100%. I mean, there's been a lot of changes, and I can only say that I'm really proud of everyone for how we've come through the period. We lost a lot of key players at the start of the season. We've lost players during the season. Obviously, we had a manager that resigned. So we've gone through a lot in quite a short period. But the football we're playing, the position we're in now, we're in a semi-final and we're in a final. That's really good going, especially when you look at the league and how many games we haven't played.
Mm.
We've still got loads of games in hand. We're in a really promising position, and to say that, I know there's a lot of young players that this is their first full season in the squad. To say what we've done with the squad we've got, it's. I mean, I can only, like I've said, I can only hold my hands up and say how proud I am of everyone, and how we've managed to, fight and get the results.
Great stuff. And just looking ahead then to your next game. So, you're at home and you're going to be basically, we'll need to just live at Staveley for the next month or so, because you've got 7 home games in a row, and they'll all be
Yeah,
taking place at Ingersoll Road, the home of Staveley Miners Welfare. So you're at home against Basford United Ladies. They're a team that we all know quite well from last season too. I guess
yeah.
quite a similar side in terms of ability to Mansfield. Should be another quite a close game, that one.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, last season I remember when we played them. We played them, I think, more than twice. I don't know if we played them in a cup as well, potentially. I remember them being a really good side. We had very competitive games against them, and no doubt they'll have signed, definitely a few players since we played them last time, and they've had a few good results against teams. So it's definitely going to be a challenge, but one that I think the girls are up for. We want to get another 3 points on the board. So I'm looking forward to it.
Good stuff. And just the last thing, because I know hopefully the weather will now pick up a little bit. You'd like to think anyway. And with your next
Yeah.
7 games now at home, how good an opportunity is it for maybe young fans to come and start watching Chesterfield Ladies? Because I know my daughter's now beginning to get interested a little bit in football, and
Yeah.
she says she wants to go and watch the team as well. So how good an opportunity is it for especially young female football fans to go and watch, what is a very good standard of football, and sort of get into it. I guess really get into the game as a sort of beginning guide to it.
Well, obviously it helps when the weather's getting better. No
Yeah.
one wants to stand in the cold and the rain, But Staveley, they've got a really good setup. The grounds, it's stands. There's stands. They can sit in the stands. Obviously, there's a clubhouse. Keep warm, food on offer, drinks. It's just it's like almost a community feel. It's in the heart of Staveley, and it is a really good ground for watching. I know when we've played elsewhere before, and I've spoke to people that have come, they've always enjoyed coming to Staveley, just because of how good, you're close to the pitch, you can see everything. Your view's not obstructed, and I don't know, when you're on the pitch, you feel a bit closer to the fans because they can stand right next to it. So it is a really good setup down there, and I think the girls really like playing on it because the pitch is quality too.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, hoping for a good crowd for the Basford game, but of course, most importantly, hoping for 3 points again and for you to surge up that league table. So thanks for your time, Millie, and hopefully
It's all
you
right.
could score another belter of a goal against Basford on Sunday as well. So thanks for your time, Millie.
No worries. Thank you very much.